There's nothing substantial about this man for anyone to throw themselves at him. But unfortunately, I know a lot of women that will still throw themselves at any man, even if this man is reeking of red flags. And unfortunately, when these men inevitably disappoint you, because again, they're reeking of red flags, you turn around and say that niggas ain't shit. Where is accountability? Where are you holding yourself accountable? You saw that this man is no good for you. Like, he is reeking of red flags, yet you still proceeded in opening your legs and getting pregnant by this man, and then you thought something different would happen. I don't understand this mentality of you seeing that a man has baby mama number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and you got online to be baby mama number 7, 8, 9, and 10 because you thought there's something magical about your case and you're about to change him and keep him. Chat, please. What's going on again, everyone? Welcome back to another episode on Let's Talk About Us with Uche. I'm your boy Uche. If this is your first time listening to my podcast, welcome. Please download, subscribe, share with your friends and family. If this is your first time on my YouTube, also welcome. Please subscribe and please do not forget to hit that bell notification so anytime I upload a video, you'll be the very first to be notified. And if you're returning to my platforms, thank you so much for returning. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. I really genuinely do appreciate every single one of you guys. Real quick, guys, before I dive into today's episode, if you are a fan, if you like my vibe, if you like my message, if you like what I'm about, thank you so much for your wonderful support. Thank you so much for all the emails, the text messages, the calls, even the people in person telling me how much they like my vibe. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. However, I have officially launched my merchandise line. So if you like my message, you like my vibe, you are a fan, you do support me, this is an opportunity for you to actually support me financially by buying some of my merch. I have the link in the description box below. So if you enjoy the way I'm able to break things down, again, this is an opportunity for you to actually support me financially by purchasing my merchandise. Go to the description box below and click on the link. It will take you to the website where you can select any merchandise of your choice. I have different merch from hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, stickers, and so much more. Thank you so much for all your wonderful support. I really do appreciate it. You can buy for yourself or buy for a loved one or buy for anyone at all, actually, as a gift, birthday present, and so on and so forth. So thank you so much for your wonderful support, and I hope that you're not just able to enjoy my content, you're also able to promote it to people who can take away something from my message. Thank you. Let's get to today's video. So a couple of days ago, I was scrolling down on Instagram. By the way, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, please go ahead to my Instagram page and follow me at UC_images. And for people who are already following me, if you follow me on there, you know that majority of the things I post on my stories are either memes and, or promoting my podcast, YouTube videos. And once in a while, I post some things that are very deep and, will get you thinking and so on and so forth. And then I also follow a couple of bloggers, like The Shade Room, Black Culture News, and so on and so forth. So I do follow The Shade Room, as most Black Americans follow. And I was scrolling, this a few days ago. I saw this viral video of this Black man that was talking about he has 7 children by 7 different baby mamas. And I was Chad. At first, I was going to scroll past it, but my spirit told me, hey, Uche, hop on here and talk about this from your own perspective. So for people who are not familiar with this video, it's on The Shade Room, and I wanted to go ahead and watch it again and record my reaction and give my own perspective and break it down as to what I think. So let me go ahead and pull up the video. It's gonna be a hot mess, okay?
Got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live, telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's going to have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These are the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body, and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit, be like black in this, black man that, I don't give I really don't.
Wow. I don't even know where to begin dissecting this particular episode. When I first saw this video, I felt a lot of emotions going through me. My first reaction was to roll my eyes, move on. It is what it is. It's the internet, once in a while, something viral comes along, Black Twitter talks about it, people share it, people laugh and things like that and move on. It's not that serious. First of all, yes, I know I'm laughing. I do apologize. I don't mean to offend anyone. There's nothing funny here, by the way, because we're talking about children that did not ask to be born into this mess. No child deserves to be brought into this world that is already so messed up by parents that would confidently say on the internet that they don't want you and they don't love you, that there's no affection whatsoever. That to me it's not funny at all, especially considering the fact that there's so much poverty, not just poverty like actual financial poverty, but also poverty in the mind and poverty in the spirit that is so prevalent within the Black community. And you have a Black man openly talking about how he doesn't want the children, he doesn't love the children, and he doesn't love the children's mother. To me, that's not funny. First of all, I do respect his honesty. I also do respect the fact that he's confident about, he's saying what he's saying and he means it with his full chest. There's no beating around the bush. He's very confident with it. A lot of people just don't talk about these things. These things are common knowledge, like we all know. We all know a lot of people who have so many baby mamas or baby daddies. So I do respect the fact that he's actually being honest and talking about how he doesn't want the babies, he doesn't want the baby mamas, he doesn't want to have any responsibilities whatsoever, and he just basically doesn't care. But a few things that he said that I want to challenge. I don't agree with him that it's not his responsibility. You have to understand, as a grown person, it takes two to tango. It doesn't just take a man to have a baby. It doesn't just take a woman to have a baby. When both of you, and I've talked about this before, when both of you, two grown adults who are of childbearing potential, get together and lay together, that is you making a conscious decision to have a child, especially when you are not taking initiative to use protection. If you do not want to have a child, then protect yourself. There's so many different kinds of contraceptives out there, so many different kinds. I understand if you guys were being careful and something happened, maybe the condom ripped or one of those percentages that contraceptives may not necessarily work to their full potentials. I understand that. At least you were intentional in doing your part and the universe just came through. That's okay. But you do not want these children. You know that you are not a father material or maybe a mother material, but in this case, a father material. This is not what you want. You don't have what it takes to be a parent. You do not have it in your heart to love and raise a child the way they should go. And you don't even have what it takes to even love these women. Like he mentioned, he doesn't love these women. He doesn't have any type of affection to them. It was just literally just sex, get off and move on. You know that you do not want to participate in being a father and having a child, especially with this woman that you're having this intercourse with. Yet you proceed in aligning yourself with a sexual behavior, a behavior that will definitely bring a child into this world. So yes, I do hold you accountable. You're equally responsible as those women. I also do have to hold those women accountable as well. I do believe him that he seemed like a very honest person, honest and direct type of person. I do believe him that he actually was direct and letting these women know that he does not want to have any children whatsoever. So if a man is telling you that not only does he not want to have any children, he doesn't care. This is all about sex for him. He just wants to get off and move on with his life. That is more so as an incentive for you to wrap it up or not have any type of intercourse with this man just in case something happens and you unfortunately get pregnant, because he's letting you know right now that if you get pregnant, you're on your own. He's letting you know right now. But unfortunately, you still have women who will listen to these things and just wouldn't even care as they will proceed. And the interesting thing is, in as much as a lot of people may be dragging him on the comments, if you read the comments down below, there are some people are calling him knockoffs and deadbeat and so on and so forth. You'll be surprised there'll be so many other women that'll be in line to get down with this man. I'm sure baby mama number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, probably all the way to 20 are already on the making. These people don't care. People just don't care. I know he's a good looking man, and by no means am I prude at all. I am very sex positive. I do believe that as long as it's between two consenting adults, what y'all do in the privacy of your own is between both of you. I really don't care. But unfortunately, when your action is going to involve somebody else, an innocent creature, bringing an innocent child into this messed up world, this world is already so messed up. There's so much wrong with this world. I'm not trying to sound like a pessimist or a negative person, but there's a lot wrong with this world. And if you're going to be bringing a child into this world, to me, it is common sense and it's also quite imperative that you are intentional to not only hold yourself accountable in being a better parent, but also preparing a place for that child. And you help coach them so that they can maximize their potential as human beings. And the way to do it is not having unprotected sex with a woman that you don't care for. And then when she gets pregnant, you have the nerve to come on the internet talking about, oh, you're on your own. I don't love these women and they're deadbeats and so on and so forth. And you don't love these children and you do not want to be part of their lives. Another thing that he said that struck me as really interesting is, and I do believe him when he's saying all these things, he talked about how these are women that knockoffs. He called them knockoffs. I think that's the word he used. These are women that he didn't have to do anything for. He did the bare minimum. And this is true. This is so true. Unfortunately, we live in a world that, you have so many women, unfortunately, that will throw themselves at any man. Honestly, I'm sure there's nothing spectacular about this man, and I'm not trying to clown him. I'm not trying to be classist at all. I'm just a guy with common sense. I'm sure he's not even making six figures. I'm sure, he's good looking, he's okay looking, but there's nothing substantial about this man for anyone to throw themselves at him. But unfortunately, I know a lot of women that will still throw themselves at any man, even if this man is reeking of red flags. And unfortunately, when these men inevitably disappoint you, because again, they're reeking of red flags, you turn around and say that niggas ain't shit. Where is accountability? Where are you holding yourself accountable? You saw that this man is no good for you, like he is reeking of red flags, yet you still proceeded in opening your legs and getting pregnant by this man, and then you thought something different would happen. I don't understand this mentality of you seeing that a man has baby mama number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and you got in line to be baby mama number 7, 8, 9, and 10 because you thought there's something magical about your case and you're about to change him and keep him. Chat, please. Again, I'm not prude. I'm very sex positive. Sex is a beautiful thing. We're human beings. We have sex. It is what it is. We get horny. It's okay. Once in a while, not everyone is looking for love. Not every time you want to be romantic and, cuddly and things like that. Sometimes you just want to get it on and get it off and move on with your life. That's okay. But I think this is something that should be implied. This is something that needs to be communicated. Both of you have to be on the same vibration frequency. You know that he's just looking for sex. Are you just looking for sex? Especially considering heterosexual intercourse where there's a potential of a child being born out of this. This is more so reason for you to wrap it up just in case something happens that you're not prepared for. Or, you have to always ask yourself, are you prepared to be a parent, to be a co-parent with this person? Are you prepared to be tied with this person for life? Because once you have a child with someone, you're tied with that person for life. You need to be careful with the people that you procreate with, because if there's something negative about that person, something you don't like about that person will be in your face for life for at least 18 years. And unfortunately, we also live in a society where, unfortunately, some women see getting pregnant as a career opportunity, like poking a hole in the condom, so that the man can get you impregnated. So you have a bag coming in for 18 years. This is so common, especially with celebrities, where women are literally getting pregnant for any Tom, Dick, and Harry just because you want to guarantee a paycheck every month. It's so unfortunate. The reason why I'm talking about this specifically is because I've talked about this in the past. We as black people, we make so much noise about Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. But like I've always said, talking about Black Lives Matter or hashtagging Black Lives Matter or wearing a t-shirt that has a fist pump, that's the easy part. When it comes to showing that our Black lives do matter, that's crickets, because that's the hard work. That's when you actually have to go out there and show that your Black lives matter, it's crickets. No one is willing to do that work. But we're quick to talk about how our Black lives matter. I'm sure if another black man gets shot or another black woman gets harassed by the police or whatever it is, we're all there marching, causing traffic and things like that. But within our own black communities, whether it's individually or in our individual families or in the cliques in our black community, what are we doing to show that our Black lives matter? Because if your Black life matters, you would not be aligning yourself to have a bunch of children with women that you don't even care for. As a woman, you wouldn't even be aligning yourself to be having a child, aligning yourself to be impregnated by a man that is clearly a deadbeat. And there's nothing concealing about what he's saying. Like, he's very direct. He's letting you know that he doesn't love you. He doesn't care for you. You're on your own. If you're going to get pregnant, you're on your own. I don't care. You're just fun. That's it. If your Black life matters, right? Part of that mentality is to make sure that the future generation of black people have a more conducive, more favorable environment for them to thrive so that they can maximize their potentials as black people in a society that marginalizes them. Again, if our black lives matters, like we claim that it matters, not only do we need to be intentional in how we live our lives so we can be of good role models to black children, we need to be careful and very intentional in who we reproduce with. We need to be picky with who we make children with so that we can intentionally maximize our chances of raising better black citizens in this society that's already marginalized. And I don't mean to be classist. I don't mean to clown anyone. I don't mean to disrespect anyone, but I'm talking about these things because as a black person in America, I'm also affected by all the mess. It doesn't give me any joy when I'm being discriminated against just because I'm black, or when I see other black people who are struggling, who are marginalized just because of their skin color. This is why I'm taking initiative to talk about some of these things, some of the things that we've adopted as part of our culture that are more detrimental to the black collective as opposed to just, letting it slide. And unfortunately, we live in a day and age where baby mama, baby daddy, this is a very common practice. Shout out to Kendra G, her dating show. A lot of these singles that go on the shows, whether men or women, a lot of them have multiple children. You have people that have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children by different people. How do you have 7 children by 7 different women or 10 children by 4 different men? This makes no sense. And we accept this as normal. There's nothing normal. There's nothing healthy about this, especially considering the fact that over 72% of black children in America are born out of wedlock. Trust me, I understand that things do happen. It is what it is. I get it. But my point is we need to be intentional, right? If we are struggling right now as not just as individual black people, but as collective black people, what the hell are we doing to make sure that the future black children, the future generation are going to have it better than us? It starts with us. The change starts with us. Unfortunately, 1 out of every 3rd black child in America is a product of a single mother household. And I do understand that things do happen, whether it's divorce, people cheating, infidelity, so on and so forth. I get it. But when you compare that number, 1 out of every 3rd child, compared to other races like Caucasians, Hispanics, Asians, and so on and so forth, that you can see the difference, the staggering difference is mind blowing. We need to do better. And the last point that I want to make about this is how we excuse this type of behavior because as straight people, again, the reason why this man feels so confident and so cocky to talk about this, with the ego and so full of himself, is because this is normal. This is common practice. It's very common to walk out there and see a black man that has several different baby mamas or a woman that has several different baby daddies. This is quite common. We don't bat an eye. But ironically, when homosexuality is on the table, everybody starts dusting off their Bibles and everybody wants to preach the word of God. We excuse a lot of malarkey behaviors because of heteronormativity. But when it comes to homosexuality, which is also something within the black community, now all of a sudden everybody wants to act brand new. Everybody wants to act born again. You have this man, this grown man on the internet talking about how he has 7 children that he doesn't care for. He doesn't love them. He doesn't love their mothers. He's calling their mothers deadbeats. This is a problem. This is a very toxic mentality. He has the audacity to spew this nonsense on the internet because of the culture we live in, because of the society we live in. This heteronormative culture that we have embraced as part of the norm allows this malarkey. Meanwhile, you have black families that would disown their children for being gay, for being lesbian, for being bisexual. You have people that will literally cut you off, block you, kick you out of a home. You will be discriminated against. People will see you as scum if they come to find out that you are not heteronormative. We condone this particular malarkey because it's a mentality that we have accepted as part of our identity, and then we discriminate against other members of our black community just because they don't conform to what we consider as normal. I remember one time not too long ago, I was at a black barbershop getting a haircut, and there's a song by Saucy Santana with Latto. Yeah, I think the song is called Booty. Me personally, I'm not a fan of Saucy Santana. I'm not a fan of Latto. And the reason why I'm not a fan of them is not because I'm transphobic or anything like that. No, to me, I watch a lot of these music videos just because it's colorful. I'm an art type of person, aesthetically inclined. If it looks good, more than likely I'll tune in, But at the end of the day, I don't worship these celebrities. They don't do anything for me. They're just entertainers. And when that entertainment is done, I clock off and I move on with my reality, point blank, period. So that being said, Saucy Santana, I don't follow him religiously, but once in a while he does drop something that, okay, this is really interesting. It's a bop, again, I don't worship him. I don't worship any celebrity at all. But I remember in this barbershop, Saucy Santana, that song by Saucy Santana and Latto started playing, Booty and things like that. I remember how all the barbers, not just the barbers, but like all the black men in that barbershop, it was the moaning and turn that shit off. I remember just being so quiet and just observing. For the next 30 minutes, these grown men proceeded to just talk about all the things about a man shaking the booty, and I don't want to see all that. I understand if you do not want to see all that, but the point is there's a reason why Saucy Santana is a celebrity. Someone else wants to see it. It's just not you. And I've talked about this before. If you're going to be clowning someone like Saucy Santana for doing what they do, but then you don't have a problem with Latto doing the exact same thing, then you're a hypocrite. Because at the end of the day, Latto's not doing anything to help the black community. She's out there talking about booty, booty, shake booty, shake booty. The exact same thing Saucy Santana is doing. The problem is that because of your homophobia, you don't like that the fact that it's coming from a person of this particular gender. But it's the exact same thing that this person is doing. Neither one of these people are doing anything quote unquote positive for the black community. It's the hypocrisy for me. I can understand if you don't like Latto doing it, or Cardi B doing it, or Megan Thee Stallion, anyone who shakes their booty or does anything extremely explicit on camera, and then at the same time too, you don't like it when Saucy Santana or Lil Nas X or whoever it is does it. I can understand that, and I will personally respect you. But the fact that you're condoning one malarkey because it looks palatable to you, but then you're reprimanding another one, to me, I don't know how to respect that. Once again, we need to do better as black people. We cannot just say Black Lives Matter because that's the easy part to say Black Lives Matter. It rolls out your tongue. Black Lives Matter. That's it. You see how easy it is? Black Lives Matter. Type it. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. That's easy. That's the easy part. But the putting the hard work, actually showing that our Black Lives Matter, that's the thing that we need to all hop onto. If our Black lives does matter, we need to start showing it within our own black societies, starting with ourselves, starting with how we carry ourselves, how we treat ourselves, how we treat the black people in our families, the black people in our circles, the black people in our community. Not just select black people, not just black people that look like this man spewed this nonsense on the internet. Black people everywhere, black women. A lot of us, we talk about Black Lives Matter, but we're the people who look down on dark-skinned black women. I can't forget this. I remember when I was in the military, I remember this man that I used to have respect for open his mouth and say that he can never marry a dark-skinned black woman. How is it that we are talking about Black Lives Matter, yet at the same time too, it seems like we're very picky with the type of black people that their lives matter. If Black Lives Matter, you need to remember that black people, black men, dark-skinned and light-skinned, black women, dark-skinned and light-skinned, you know, whether they're poor, broke, rich, doesn't matter. Gay, straight, trans, doesn't matter. Educated, not educated, all of that. We are all included into the black collective, and we are all in this shit together. You cannot say Black Lives Matter if you're not exuding that by example and treating every black person within your circle with respect. If not, you are a hypocrite, in my opinion. That's what I wanted to talk about in this particular episode. And like I said before, unfortunately, this man will probably still have baby mama number 8, baby mama number 9, 10, 11, 12. He will still probably have women get in line to be with him because it's just the culture we live in. But this is basically what I do, you know, to show the world the mirror that we are the problem. The things that we complain about, we are the problems. We are the people who have the ability to change our narrative. No magical God is going to come down from the heavens to wave a magical wand to change things for us. We need to start looking in the mirror and holding ourselves accountable. Anyway, this is the end of today's episode. Let me know what you feel about my commentary on this viral video that the Shade Room posted. Do you agree with me that, yes, I do respect his honesty and his directness, but at the end of the day, he's still very much responsible for these children because it takes two to tango. You know, a woman is not just responsible for children. A man is not just responsible for children. If you do not want children, you need to be careful and make sure that you protect yourself. You need to take extra precaution. And the fact that this man and all the women that he had children with did not take that protective measure, they're also to blame, and they need to step up and take responsibility for the children that they have created into this world. And do you agree with me that us as black people, we need to do better? You know, this baby mama, baby daddy culture is getting out of hand. Do you agree with me that as black people, as we're talking about Black Lives Matter, that's the easy part. We need to be intentional to show that our black lives does matter by not just, you know, holding ourselves accountable to be better, but also showing love and respect to other black people within our space, not just select black people, including LGBTQ black people. And lastly, do you agree with me that nothing is going to change? This man probably has baby mama number 8 already, or loading, or 9 and 10. You know, he's probably going to have a lot more women hit him up because, you know, just the culture we live in, people don't care. People just want to have sex and have fun and not care about the responsibility. And unfortunately, when we get ourselves in hot water, we start looking for somebody to blame. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? If you don't agree with me, please share your thoughts down below. Let me know what you feel. I like reading these comments and responding to the ones that are reasonable. Please, once again, make sure to download, share with your friends and family. If you are watching on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification, so anytime I upload a video, you'll be the very first to be notified. And once again, please make sure to patronize my merchandise. The link is in the description box below. I have hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves, stickers, mugs, and so on and so forth. Buy it for yourself, buy it for your loved ones, and help promote my message so I can get more people to listen to this message that we all need to turn our lives around. Thank you so much for your wonderful support. Make sure to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and TikTok at LTAU with Uche. My Instagram, once again, is UC_images. My email address is letstalkwithuche@gmail.com. And if you are interested in my life coaching coaching service for Black, Africans, and African queer people in diaspora. Please check out my website at theuche.com. Thank you so much. Until next episode. Peace out.